Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into Chapter 2 of Mockingjay, titled The Survivors. This chapter takes us deeper into the hidden world of District 13 as Katniss struggles with trauma, loss, and the growing rebellion against the capital. We also begin to understand how much Panem has changed since the Quarter Quell and how Katniss is becoming the center of a revolution she never intended to lead. Katniss wakes up in the underground world of District 13, still emotionally shattered after learning that District 12 has been destroyed. The memories of fire, ash, and destruction haunt her constantly. She struggles to accept the fact that almost everyone she knew back home is gone. As she moves through the strict corridors of District 13, Katniss notices how different life is here compared to the other districts. Everything is controlled by schedules. People eat, work, sleep, and exercise according to exact timings. Even clothing is standardized. The district feels less like a home and more like a military base preparing for war. Katniss learns more about President Coin, the leader of District 13. Coin appears calm and disciplined, but Katniss immediately senses that she is calculating and powerful. District 13 survived underground for years after supposedly being destroyed during the Dark Days, and now it has become the center of the rebellion against the capital. While exploring the district, Katniss sees survivors from District 12. The sight of familiar faces brings both relief and sadness. She realizes how few people escaped before the bombing. Greasy Sae and several others managed to survive because Gale helped lead them to safety. Katniss feels grateful toward Gale, knowing he saved many lives while she was trapped in the arena. One of the most emotional moments comes when Katniss discovers Buttercup, Prim's cat, is alive. Although she normally dislikes the cat, seeing him reminds her of Prim and the life she lost. The moment shows how deeply Katniss misses her sister and fears losing her forever. Katniss also learns more about the rebellion spreading across Panem. Districts are beginning to rise against the capital, inspired partly by Katniss's actions in the arena when she destroyed the force field. Though she never meant to become a revolutionary symbol, people now see her as the Mockingjay, the face of hope and resistance. However, Katniss is deeply conflicted. She is still traumatized from the games and furious that Peeta was captured by the capital while she was rescued. The guilt eats away at her constantly. She feels powerless knowing Snow can use Peeta against the rebellion at any moment. Later, Katniss visits the hospital area of District 13, where she witnesses wounded refugees and exhausted medical workers. The reality of war becomes impossible to ignore. These aren't just rumors anymore, Panem is truly at war. At the end of the chapter, Katniss begins to realize that everyone around her expects something from her. The rebels want her to become the Mockingjay officially and inspire the districts to fight. But Katniss isn't sure she can handle the pressure, especially while dealing with her own emotional pain. The chapter closes with Katniss trapped between two identities, a frightened survivor and the symbol of an uprising. Key moments in the chapter include: Katniss adjusts to life in District 13. She discovers the district operates under strict military discipline and constant schedules. The truth about District 13 is revealed. Katniss realizes the district secretly survived underground for years. Katniss sees survivors from District 12. The small number of survivors highlights the scale of the capital's destruction. Gale is praised for rescuing people. Katniss learns how Gale saved many lives during the bombing. Buttercup survives. The return of Prim's cat creates an emotional connection to Katniss's lost home. The rebellion grows stronger. Districts across Panem are beginning to resist the capital openly. Katniss struggles with guilt over Peeta. She cannot stop thinking about Peeta being trapped in the capital. The idea of the Mockingjay emerges. Rebels begin viewing Katniss as the symbol of their revolution. Differences between the book and the movie. The book spends much more time exploring Katniss's mental trauma and depression after the destruction of District 12. District 13's strict schedules and military structure are explained in far greater detail in the novel. Katniss's emotional attachment to Buttercup is developed more deeply in the book. The movie focuses more on the rebellion's action elements, while the chapter emphasizes Katniss's psychological struggle. Gale's rescue efforts are discussed more thoroughly in the novel, making his heroism feel more significant. That wraps up Chapter 2, The Survivors. This chapter shifts the story from survival in the arena to survival during war. Katniss is no longer just fighting for herself, she's becoming the symbol of an entire rebellion. But with Peeta captured, District 12 destroyed, and Panem on the edge of revolution, the pressure on her is greater than ever. What do you think? Was District 13 truly a place of hope, or just another form of control? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time on Boundless Books for Chapter 3 of Mockingjay.